Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss 5th Sem English prose lesson Homi Jehangir Bhabha. And this is an educational. So coming to the lesson, Homi Jehangir Bhabha, written by Enakshi Chatterjee. She's Enakshi Chatterjee, and she was a prolific author in both Bengali and English. She was born in 1934 and died in 2021. That means very recently. And her book Paramanu Jignasa, co-written with her husband, the nuclear physicist Shantimai Chatterjee, won the 1974 Rabindra Puraskar awarded by the government of West Bengal. And that is about the author, students, and this is about the essay. Enakshi Chatterjee's essay on Homi Jehangir Bhabha. This is taken from her book Masterminds Profiles of 11 Indian Scientists. And this book provides a comprehensive exploration of the life and contributions of one of India's most eminent scientists, Bhabha, a pioneering nuclear physicist and the architect of India's atomic energy program. So he is actually the father of India's atomic program. And this text, talks about his life, his contributions to the nuclear physics. So while India was trying to catch up with the rest of the world, this is during the World War, Second World War, new horizons were opening up in science. Science and technology were actually, there's a lot of research going on science and technology. And the advent of nuclear science in Europe and the development of the atom bomb by the United States had already caused a stir in India. So having an atom bomb in a country is actually a status symbol to that country, both in the form of defense and the status. So a country having a nuclear bomb has a kind of a clear definition in the world history and in the world map also. So Baba thought even our country also should become atomic energy enabling country. So the stage was set for Homi Jehangir Baba, a modern man in every sense of term. So since in United States atomic bomb was invented, he also thought India also should invent a atomic bomb. So he enabled Indians to make up for the lost time by settling the ball rolling in the fields of large scale research, power production, and the planning of future power reactors. So all these years India never thought of inventing any atomic research or atomic bombs. So he thought time was lost a lot. Now let us focus on the inventing of nuclear or the power reactors. That is how that idea came to his mind. So Baba was born on 30th October 1909 in Bombay to a rich Parsi family. And the Parsis are a highly westernized community, and the Baba family was no exception. They were very much advanced. In 1916, the year when Meghnad Saha began his career as a lecturer in Calcutta, Homi was sent to Cathedral School, Bombay. Baba's father wanted him to join the Tata Iron and Steel Company. With this end in view, Baba was sent to Cambridge to study engineering. Baba, however, studied physics. He was interested in physics against the father's wish of studying engineering. So it was an exciting time for modern physics during Baba's student days in Cambridge. New areas were opening up in nuclear and cosmic ray physics. So what happened in 1939 when the Second World War broke out? Baba was holidaying in India. He came back to India only for a short vacation. That time in 1939 the Second World War broke out and he could not return to Cambridge because it was not safe to travel in the aeroplanes and all because the World War was taking place. And it was one of the happiest accidents of history that he was forced to stay on in India. See how it was a blessing in disguise for India. He was not allowed to go to Cambridge. He has to stay back in India, but it became a boon to India. How? He accepted a post in the IISc Bangalore, and in 1941 Baba was elected a fellow of the Royal Society. Despite offers from Allahabad and Calcutta, he decided to stay on at Bangalore and build up a team. What kind of team? He had noticed that there were competent people working in isolation and not producing their best. They were scattered throughout India, all the competent people and the knowledgeable persons. So he wanted them to come to one place, meet up at one place and work for India. The only way to prevent any wastage of talent would be to bring them together. The idea of a school of research came to him. That's how he thought, I should call all the scientists together and let me uh, take help of those researchers and do something good for India. A center for advanced research in fundamental physics would not only set high standards of research but would also act as a spearhead of research in applied fields. So he uh, and there was a need for such center finally bore fruit, and in 1945 the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research was set up in Bombay, that is TIFR was set up in Bombay, and then he gathered all the young and talented scientists from all over India to work at the institute, and then that is how the research center came to exist. So he came all the way from Princeton, USA, and noted scholars from all over the world were invited to give talks. And the institute, which focused on both pure and applied research, rapidly expanded. This is the institute students, Tata Institute for Fundamental Research at Trombay. So in that way, his dream was coming to true. So, due to his connections in the world of business, Baba never lacked funds, and there was a lot of flow of funds. And then, very soon, the institute started expanding. Meanwhile, the world has the world was about to enter a new age, that is the age of atomic energy. And atomic energy is a tremendous source of energy where we can do wonders, not only as a defense mechanism, but it also has some constructive usages also. So once if Baba's brilliant mind could foresee the tremendous possibilities of nuclear energy, and if when it was properly developed, the energy should be properly developed, because he thought um, uh, but scientists in Europe were beginning to feel that there was some unknown force working inside the nucleus of an atom. You all know the atom, the smallest particle, and inside the atom there is nucleus. In that nucleus, tremendous energy was hidden. So the Europeans were about to were thinking about that force. Even Baba in India, he wanted that force or that energy to be used in India, so that India will not have to look abroad for experts, but will find them ready at hand. So in India only we can produce experts who can really manufacture that kind of energy. So in 1948, the Atomic Energy Commission of India was founded with Baba as chairman. After 6 years, it became the Atomic Energy Department. And like that, the department has grown. Because the foundations were laid early, India could become a nuclear power in 30 years' time. It was Baba's vision and organization that made India's entry into the Select Nuclear Club possible. So India also has become one of the countries which had atomic energy getting manufactured in the country itself. We need not look up at the other countries. So you may ask me, ma'am, why Baba is after the atomic energy? It is so destructive. Atomic bomb is such a destructive thing. Already countries have that bombs, and they are using it in the wars. Why should we go after the atomic bombs? That would be a good question. But apart from destructive uses, atomic energy also has got very beautiful advantages. Okay, that is, the first use, it is not a fossil fuel. Fossil fuel means like coal, petroleum gas, and all, they are inside the earth and we are just using it. So one fine day they will get extinct, they will get exhausted, and we will not be left with any kind of fossil fuel. So where would we look up for the energy sources? But this atomic energy, or the 1 gram of uranium, this is the metal student, this is the element student, where energy can be produced. This is the source of energy. Imagine, just 1 gram of uranium can provide power to a city like Calcutta for 20 years. That is the tremendous force of atomic energy. 1 gram can give energy, means electricity. All the industries can run with this 1 gram of uranium. That is the power of uranium, students. Okay, for 20 years. Imagine if you can use 10 grams or 20 grams of uranium, whole world can use it. So nuclear power has many other advantages as well. So apart from this electricity production and all, it has many other advantages, and it does not pollute the atmosphere. There will not be any kind of pollution in the atmosphere the way a thermal plant does. When we use the coal and petroleum and all, the smoke is released into the atmosphere, and that causes pollution, whereas now there is no effluent gases from uranium, and it will not release any kind of atmospheric pollution. But, however, strict safety measures are needed against an accidental leakage of radioactivity. See, it's a two-sided coin. Advantages and disadvantages are there. If at all there is any leakage in this uranium energy, and the radioactivity will burn the entire world into ashes. One such accident took place in Chernobyl in Russia. So there, still the grass is not grown, and the industries have covered those nuclear plants with the very thick lead metal lids, so that the radioactivity will not come out, or the smoke doesn't come out, the white ash will come out, students. That will burn the living organisms, like even our skin or hair, everything will be burnt up if at all little kind of radioactivity also leaks. So both the ways it is there, but is a safety measures are to be taken. So that is how we have to think about the atomic energy, and the atomic energy department soon became another name for speedy work and efficiency. And he personally knew the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. He is the first Prime Minister of India, you remember? And both have come from an affluent family, that means very rich family, and Nehru gave him a free hand in planning India's atomic energy program. He said, whatever you want to do, you do. The funds are there. And then both of them had a like-minded state of mind. There were many affinities between the two men. Who are the two men? Jahangir Baba and Jawaharlal Nehru. Both came from affluent backgrounds, both enjoyed good living, music, and art. And Baba was an extraordinary person. He had lived very secluded life, and his formative years had been spent in Europe. Secluded means isolated. He used to say all the time he used to stay alone. There was nothing of the traditional Indian about him, yet he sacrificed personal ambition and an academic career for the sake of country. So he did not get married, students. That is the sacrifice he made. So that is why Baba took a special interest in planning the surrounding areas of the laboratories. Nothing but the best was good enough for him, while everywhere else in India the laboratories were drab buildings. Baba did not think twice about spending large sums of money in beautifying the environment. Drab buildings means these light colored buildings which look very elegant, and which are very very expensive. So he did not look back in spending twice the amount, or for the expenses. That was his interest. And the atomic energy network was gradually extended. So in the entire country, these research centers were being established. Heavy water plant was set up in Nangal, a monazite plant at Alvai. The atomic minerals division set up its own plants near places where uranium and other useful elements could be mined. So wherever these elements, uranium and thorium, are the important elements, students, which produce tremendous nuclear energy. So wherever there were these were available, so he set up these plants, the nuclear plants. So Baba sought the help of Canada in building a reactor in Trombe. His plan was to phase it out so that self-sufficiency could come slowly. So he took the help of Canada in building this nuclear reactor at Trombe first. So it was his dream that India should build one reactor every year, so that she would never have any power shortage. So imagine if India has got such nuclear power, it need not develop, depend upon any other country. Here she refers to India, students. It is personification of a country into human being, so that she would never have any power shortage. That was his dream. So India has large deposits of thorium. So these are the deposits of thorium and uranium, students. You can see, compared to other countries, India has the richest sources of this thorium and uranium. So throughout the world, I mean human history, India need not depend upon any country for the energy production. It can produce its own energy if at all they can make a proper use of this uranium and thorium with the help of these reactors. These are the reactors, students. You can see white smoking coming out of it, which is not which will not cause any pollution. Okay, so it was one of Baba's fondest dreams to have enough breeder reactors in this country, turning thorium into nuclear fuel. The interesting thing about this technology is that the fuel produced is more than the fuel consumed. So the time you consume the fuel, the fuel will be produced more in amounts. So the paradox is contained in the following lines. This is an example of how the fuel is manufactured, student. So question: John has 3 truckloads of nuclear fuel. He used them to light New York for 1 year. How much fuel did he have left? Imagine 3 truckloads, and he used to light entire New York City or the New York State for 1 year. And look at the answer: 4 truckloads. That means already he has 3 truckloads, but the amount of truckloads used, by the time he used little amount of energy for 1 year in New York, already 4 truckloads of energy would have been produced. That's the irony in these lines, students. So once the technique of converting thorium into nuclear fuel has been mastered, India will be completely self-sufficient in nuclear fuel and will not have to depend on any foreign country for its supply. So this was his dream, and in 1966, when Baba was on his way to Vienna to attend a meeting for the International Atomic Energy Agency, his plane crashed on Mount Blanc and he died. He was only 57 years old, students. At the very young age, he died. That was very, very unfortunate. And an experimental fast reactor was set up at Kalpakkam near Madras, but Baba did not live to see it in operation because he died in the plane crash. Such an unfortunate thing. And that's how his life was cut short and a dynamic career at its creative best. So he was about to create so many interesting factors in India about the nuclear reactors. So to honor his memory, the Trombay Atomic Energy Establishment was renamed the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. That is how the research center came, named after Baba, Homi Jehangir Baba, students. So this is the glossary. You can learn the meanings on your own, and let us go to the question answers. So from the examination point of view, you can answer these questions, students, but I will try to tell you how to write the answer. For this question, according to Chatterjee, that is the author Inakshi Chatterjee, how did Baba's vision and leadership influence the development of scientific research in India? If you learn the answer for this question, it will be applicable for almost all these answers, students. Okay, because I am going to see that all these answers resonate in this answer. So let us discuss that question. So I repeat the question. How did Baba's vision and leadership influence the development of science research in India? So first you will write about the author, and you know the author is Inakshi Chatterjee, born in 1934, died in 2021, was a well-known Indian writer who focused on poetry, humor and popular science. She made contributions to Bengali and English literature. Chatterjee was honored for her contributions to children's writing and translation, and also wrote Paramanu Jignasa, a book that was awarded the Rabindra Puraskar. In her essay, she discusses Homi Jehangir Baba's accomplishments and global partnerships, emphasizing his significant influence on Indian science. Then you will write the introduction. In her essay, Homi Jehangir Bhabha, Enakshi Chatterjee talks about the important collaborations and global connections made by Baba as in invaluable contributions to Indian science. Baba's educational career led him to Cambridge, where he gained a solid foundation in nuclear physics while studying under famous scientists like Rutherford and Blackett. He also talked with well-known European physicists such as Fermi in Rome and Pauli in Zurich. Baba's knowledge of nuclear and cosmic ray physics was expanded by these foreign contacts and experiences, which also gave him new perspectives and abilities that he later used to advance Indian scientific research and vision and leadership. Chatterjee shows how Homi Jehangir Bhabha boosted India's scientific standing by establishing high standards of research in India through his international network of scientists. He collaborated with foreign academics to adopt modern technologies and share ideas, which boosted the country's scientific and technological capabilities. His efforts to further India's nuclear program and the establishment of the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research demonstrated his ability to combine global thoughts with local demands. This innovative method was key in establishing India as a major player in the world of research. Baba's visionary leadership and its impact on the advancement of scientific research in India are also explored by Chatterjee. Baba saw the necessity for India to reduce its dependence on foreign expertise by becoming self sufficient in nuclear technology. By founding organizations that would support innovation and research, he set the groundwork for further scientific examinations. He led the establishments of Atomic Energy Commission and the Atomic Energy Department in 1948, which laid the foundation for India's nuclear energy programs. Then you write about Baba's legacy. Chatterjee emphasizes Baba's legacy by highlighting his pioneering contributions to India's scientific and nuclear programs. His establishment of the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research and the Atomic Energy Commission marked significant milestones in India's scientific history. She also notes that Baba's efforts in advancing nuclear energy were not limited to scientific achievements. They had a profound impact on society by providing a new source of energy and driving industrial growth. Baba's influence extended beyond his lifetime as his work laid the foundation for India's ongoing advancements in nuclear science and technology. Then you will write the last paragraph, the conclusion. The impact of Homi Jehangir Baba's visionary leadership on India's scientific and technical landscape is enduring. Future generations of scientists will benefit from Baba's transformation of Indian science by creating a foundation of research and innovation. In addition to strengthening India's standing in the international scientific community, his work motivated a culture of independence and superior research in science. So, in this way, if you write the answer, students, you are sure to get O grade in your examination. So, hope I made an effort to make the paper easy for you, especially Unit 3. In the last minute, some of the students were requesting, so I made this video, students. Hope it will serve the purpose. And if you don't understand anything, do not hesitate to ask me. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. And all the best for your examination tomorrow. And any queries, do not hesitate. If you liked my tutorial, please hit that like button and share. Please share this video, I always tell you, so that there are many students who are eagerly waiting to see such explanations. And if you feel like subscribing, subscribe. I'll be making videos on your lesson, students, apart from other types of videos I made. But these educational videos also I'm sure to make. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye, take care.